Obviously, you have tuned in once again in order to try and improve your mediocre gameplay results by watching me, the Unicom, that wins almost every game that he plays. And I've selected a couple of below-average performances to illustrate and contrast two situations you may encounter on the battlefield. Whether you are playing with a collection of clueless morons on your team, or whether you are playing with rather competent players, which will affect the way you play the game. In the first case, you have to carry harder, and in the second case, you can have some fun. So we have launched this game and immediately realized that we are playing with a collection of clueless clowns, as this TVP is not interested in going into the spot the enemy circle, which I will, in order to spot the enemy. Now, you'll notice that there are 4 medium tanks on our team. So if we detect any tank that's in the open like this Object 430U, it's obvious, and obviously the best strategy, for the 4 of us to just swarm the Object 430U and take him out on the battlefield immediately. And as I proceed to try and challenge the Object 430U, hoping that my teammates will come, it's obvious that they have no idea what's going on. And they wallow behind, waiting in their little cover behind the houses, trying to shoot the object frontally. We managed to kill the object accidentally because I put that first shot into him and distracted him. And now that we see the Progetto 65 sitting by himself, the obvious strategy is to take him on 4 versus 1. It's always better to take on an enemy 4 versus 1 than to sit around wallowing doing nothing. But of course my teammates do not have a minimap, or do not look at the minimap, or perhaps just cannot comprehend what they see on a minimap. It is very complicated. There are dots of different colors. And so I decide to just ignore my teammate, who's now fighting the Progetto, and have to carry this game completely on my own. But as I can see that my teammates have not taken the Progetto out, I'll just pump one shot up into his derriere, which is, I'm sure he enjoyed it like that. I'm sure he liked it like that. And despite my terrible, pathetic, useless gameplay of my teammates, I have single-handedly moved into the correct positions and kept this game from going south quickly, and enabled my teammates to kill those 2 medium tanks that were out of position. If it were not for me, they would have wallowed in the area around the houses and not really done anything of any substance. So now the correct strategy is to observe what's going on in the battlefield and realize that there's 3 enemies in the cap. And so it is up to me to decap. Here I go, I will just reset. Ha 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 for you. So, of course, this game requires a little bit of thought now. What shall we do? The score is 4-4. I will preserve my HP and let my teammates flounder, which is the correct strategy. They floundered in the beginning, and there's nothing wrong with letting them flounder in the middle of the game. But upon assessing the positions of all the players, I highlight the cap, and I use the small box in the bottom right corner called a minimap, where I can deduce the locations of the enemies. It's very complicated. You must look over like this at the minimap, and then you can tell where the enemies are. So I move into this position here, and because the Manticore does not have gun elevation, it prevents me from shooting the T-124, but I will take this just to increase my prestige points. And now move into a position where perhaps I can shoot a T-124 up le derriere, but he scurries away using his turbo. But ha ha ha, he, I'm a Manticore and you can't catch me. He. Well, T-123, you have killed one of my teammates, and now what will you do? Will you try and traverse with your purple improved rotation mechanism? So now it is me versus a huge Russian heavy tank, so this is no contest. I can just close my eyes, and I can deduce that he's going to come straight at me. I'll just simply make him feel foolish, circle around him, and take him out on the battlefield. Ensuring victory, and carrying the team of Muppets that had no business launching this game in medium tanks when they were not prepared to assist me in the decisions I made. Of course, the decisions I made are the correct decisions, and any type of decision that my teammates were making is, of course, incorrect. So it was their responsibility to follow me. And if they did follow me, they would have perhaps had a game that was a fraction as good as my result.
Yeah. I think the pompous douchebag had it correct. I think that's the correct strategy when you're faced with game-challenged teammates. I look forward to his episode when he's playing with competent teammates, where it could be more fun. Perhaps that may pop up later in the video. But for now, let's watch, I'm just going to call him Filippo because I can't pronounce his real name, Lollipop Top or whatever the hell his name is. I'm going to call him Filippo because I like that name. If I ever get a cat, I will name him Filippo. He's driving an, what is this thing? The SHPTK TVP, which is that fast-firing Swedish TD. I think it's a TD, right? Yeah, it is. And because it's fast-firing, he feels the need to fire fastly. There he goes. He's fastly firing in the bushes. The appropriate bushes on the enemy side that are equivalent to the bushes that he's in. And he figures that because he goes to these bushes in this game, and if he spawned in the north spawn, he would have went to those bushes, that perhaps there's someone on the enemy team that has the same sort of strategy that might go into those bushes that he would have gone if he spawned in the north, and therefore he should blind shoot those bushes. Can you repeat that? And I do not have cue cards or a teleprompter. Okay? Most maps in the game are kind of symmetrical, either along the vertical axis or the vertical axis. Okay? This particular map is on the diagonal axis. It's kind of symmetrical in that way. And why did he's shooting HE. Silly TD. So, because most of the maps, not all of them, but most of them are semi-mirror images, one of the initial positions that you like to go to, if you're a camping pussy, and you have your, what is that, the camo net, or if you're a TD or a sniper, right? The choke points are usually just choke point, you can't shoot into them. Like the choke point along the rails and the choke point in the city. You kind of have cover. The heavy tanks fire them, right? But if you're a sniper, why is this guy keep shooting HE? What's wrong with you? If you're a sniper and you have a favorite position to go to, you play a lot of games. On this map, you like to go to these bushes. On that, if you spawn on the other side, you like to go to those bushes. Well, that something should, a light bulb should go off. At the beginning of the game, you've gone to these bushes. You would have went to the other bushes. Blind shoot them. Because maybe there's someone else on the enemy team that does the same thing. There's not a million bushes, right? There's usually on most maps, there's 3 or 4 kind of sniper positions at the back, right? Symmetrical. Camp in a Bushka map has a couple, along that ridge line where the water is. This map has a couple on either side. All the kind of open maps have the complementary sniper bush, the complementary spotting bush that wargaming provides. And then it has the corridors. It's very simple. So, very good strategy to just blind shoot those. And he's interesting that he could not. The Emil went away. Oh, now he's doing some good sniping. Look at the way his gun pops up after he shoots. Oh, that was just him adjusting. So anyways, yeah, blind shoot those bushes, guys. The worst that could happen is there is no one there and your shot just doesn't do anything. That's the worst that could happen. In a tank like this, I'm surprised that this thing has so many shells. It's no problem blind shooting. There's other tanks, like if you're in a Manticore, don't blind shoot because you run out of ammo. Or there's a couple of tanks that you just don't want to do it because you'll run out of ammo. But he can't see through that the tree. Okay. Yeah, he's that tree provides very good concealment for him. Very nice, beautiful. This guy's got a target-rich environment, so you can see how powerful this sniping position is. Do you see the last known position on the map? Let's make the of the TS5. There's look at the house at D7, D8. The TS5 is beside it. It's the equivalent position as this, which is at G4. So a little bit of strategy. I'm probably all of you. That's pretty easy. Most of you know that. But if you're a sniper with a lot of ammo, if you're a leopard and you like to go to these sniper positions, 10 blind shots. Unless there's targets. This guy has targets. Isn't it beautiful when you're a sniper and you have targets? And if you're not a sniper and you're bored at my commentary so far, that you're one of the heavy tanks, then you can still learn something. Right? You can still, by watching this, you can kind of understand positions you should not go to. On some of these maps that Wargaming provides 2 corridors usually. If you're one of the heavy tanks that likes to go fight in those corridors, then go there because you're safe from the snipers. They even fixed that one map that used to have the, you could go to that little grassy knoll and shoot across. One side had the advantage. You know the map I'm talking about? They removed that topography so that you can't get sniped now. All the maps are pretty much the same. 2 corridors, some open area with some sniping positions. The city map's a little bit different. The open maps I'm talking about. So if you're a heavy tank or you're not a sniper, there's the positions in the middle are death. Like the positions you're seeing these guys get shot, and his teammates have spotted his counterpart sniper. But all those heavy tanks that he shot, stupid positions to go. Right? You look at the map, you say, "Oh, I'll just drive through here." Don't drive in the open in the middle that has line of sight from the sniper positions. Stick to the corridors that Wargaming wants you to play this game a certain way. If you're in a heavy tank, they want you to go down the corridor, choke point, and press number 2 and spam heat at each other. That's what they want you to do. And if you do that, you'll have a higher chance of winning. If you try and make a move in the middle, if there's a competent player, if there's a sniper, you can look at the lineup. If there's no snipers, well, maybe fine. But you're going to pay, right? Wargaming will say, "What? What? How did he hit that shot?"
In the situation where you have teammates which are, shall we say, one step more competent than the morons that you usually get matchmaked with, you can tend to try and have a little bit more fun in the game. In the first example, I showed you how hard it was to carry when dealt a hand of completely useless morons on your team, who do not understand that when a group of medium tanks sees an overmatch in the game, the best strategy is to go fight in that overmatch. If there's 4 medium tanks that spot 1 medium tank, it's much better to fight 4 versus 1 than for each of the 4 to fight different battles individually. And the STB1 on our team says lost, to which the AMX says yes, the game is over because there are light tanks in the game. Now in this particular example, we will have some teammates that respond to the overmatch. You guys understand the overmatch rule? The overmatch rule, I will repeat it one more time in order to try and attempt to make your gameplay more enjoyable, because I'm sure that you have not understood my excellence and unicomness that I'm trying to explain for you. If you are moving and driving along with 2 or 3 teammates, and you encounter one enemy, it is always better for the 2 or 3 of you to fight that one enemy, resulting in a 3 versus 1 or 4 versus 1. That is a better opportunity than for the 4 of you to fight 4 individual enemies. There's no advantage to fighting 1 versus 1 when you have the option of fighting 3 versus 1. It is always a bad idea to fight 1 versus 3. This is very difficult because it involves mathematics. But if you concentrate on adding and subtracting, and if you understand which numbers are bigger and which numbers are smaller, if you understand that 3 is a larger number than 1, you will understand what's happening. So let me demonstrate this for you. My fellow light tank player is calling help. Why is he calling help? Because he wants help. There is 1 enemy here. There are 2 of us. So now we can have some fun. When one of your teammates calls help, because he actually needs help, you can go help him, like this, by just shooting one enemy up the ass. And now you'll notice that another teammate has responded to the help call, and the 3 of us will make a mockery of this STB1, while I shoot him up the ass again and steal the kill. Simple strategy. Rather than fighting 3 separate enemies, why not fight 1 enemy as 3 of you? And let's do it again. Let's have some fun. These particular games, you do not have to concentrate so much on carrying. You can just make the enemy feel foolish by traveling around and missing shots on purpose. I missed that shot on purpose to give the Batchat a feeling that he may actually have a chance. Now I've tracked him and pump a shot into him because ha ha ha, you've missed. Ha ha ha, I've tracked you. Please shoot me while my teammates shoot you over and over and over again. Isn't this fun? Let's shoot you up the ass. And allow my teammate to take the kill. Go ahead, take the kill. I said take the kill. There they do. They've taken the kill. As you can see, I do not have to carry as hard when I'm matchmaked with teammates have an inkling of what's going on, which makes the game a lot more fun. Out of the 57 games that I played, there was this one match where we did have some fun, that we had some teammates that understood the basic concept of the game. The other 52 games were, of course, hard carries, of which I won 51 out of the 52, and I'm showing you my 2 below average games in this particular session that I had. And now, rather than cap, let's drive around and try and make some more of the enemies feel foolish. Let's just jump off this cliff, try and track myself. did not successfully track myself, so I will go and fight the CC3 7x7, which is the stupidest name of any tank in World of Tanks, and he does not know that there's a light tank following. Hello, are you looking for me? Are you looking for me? Ha ha ha. Hee hee hee. I'm a Manticore, and you can't catch me. Let's take one more into your ass. There you go. Do you like it like that? Here, push me off the cliff. See if it'll work for you. Ha ha ha. Do you think it'll work? No, I'm crushing you as you land on me. Let me just drive around you here, make you feel silly, and avoid your gun, which moves very slowly as we pound you over and over again. Isn't this fun? Let me just back up and ram you for a kill. GG!
And as you can see, I was able to do 3,567 damage while having fun in the 1 out of 57 games where I had some teammates which did possess a brain. They were able to use that brain to manipulate the keyboard and the mouse in order to support my Unicom greatness. I think we're learning something from the pompous douchebag Unicom today, aren't we? But as I was saying before, guys, Wargaming wants you to play this game in a certain way. And you must listen to them. They know. This is another map that they want you to go to certain positions. If you have gun depression, you're a heavy tank, you must move forward into this C3 area where the undulations are. Start driving around the middle, you're going to get sniped. Go to the choke points if you're a heavy tank, like you're supposed to. So from that first, the random battle that we watched, you get the point that if you're not a sniper, don't move into the positions that the snipers can shoot. The maps are very simple, okay? Just don't do that, at least at the beginning of the game when the snipers are alive. And there's lots of guns. A lot of the stuff always go, oh, this is beautiful. You get to find the artillery and make him pay for his there's bushes there. This is painful, right? There's an SPG, he's parked, because P stands for parked. He's parked right beside a bush. That's another thing. Just take out the Muppet that didn't park in the bush. Boom. Like, it's not rocket science. I'm trying to explain one aspect of the game that's not rocket science, and we get a illustration of an even less rocket science. Like, that particular player, if he doesn't even understand, he's an SPG. He wants to stay stealth. If he doesn't understand that he should be in a bush to try and there's another one that's not in the bush. If he doesn't even understand that he should be in a bush, how could he possibly understand not to drive in certain positions on the map? So what I'm trying to explain ad nauseum is that there's positions on the map that are very dangerous, especially at the beginning of the game, and just don't go there. I learned from my mistakes because I play mainly light tanks and medium tanks, and you can scoot around. You can use some of the positions where snipers can snipe. You can scoot around to reposition. If you're in a light or a medium tank, you can do it quickly. And if you're a tank that has good concealment on the move, like a light tank or some medium tank, you can scoot around and not be detected. So that's what I'm used to playing. And then I kind of started playing heavy tanks, Super Conqueror. And like an idiot, at first, because I'm used to playing medium and light tanks, I'm playing the Super Conqueror like a medium tank or light tank. I'm heading to the choke point, and I look at the mini-map and go, oh no, the other flank needs some help. I'll just scoot across here, and like I would in a light tank or heavy tank. You do that in a slower heavy tank, boom, detected. You're in the line of fire of the snipers. HP evaporates, and you're dead, or I'm dead. I sucked in the slow, because Wargaming wants me to go to the choke point, basically do my job. Go to the choke point and press number 2. And I had to learn, because I sucked at the game, and I learned. So no, I can't do that when I'm playing this type of tank. Some players never figure that out. They just, oh, there's another enemy. You forgot about those. Some people never make that step. And just look at the maps when they start. Just glance at the mini maps, and you'll see the 2 corridors, and then the big area in the middle. I'll point to it. Let's go here. The big area in the middle there that if you go down there with a heavy tank, you're going to get sniped. On this map, it's pretty obvious, but on some maps, it's not that obvious. Take it out. Very good. You can pen him no problem. You can pen him no problem. No problem, because you've pressed 2 like a good little boy. You're at the choke point, press 2. This T-29 is doing pretty good, guys. Now he's going to... Oh. He should have been hauled down. Thanks, bro, says the T-29. Why did we watch this game? Because he did well. Yeah? He got 4 kills. He got more kills than all of his other teammates. His teammates are going to mop up this damage. And he says, I have 4K damage. He's berating one of his teammates that berated him. So a little bit of a surprise ending to this video. Did it make sense? Is GG for me and I'm have small poo-poo. I think he means the blue shark. I have the small poo-poo. The blue shark says it's GG for him and he had the small poo-poo. But he aced the T-29. He did well. I know he died, but he fought hard the whole way. Well done. I'll catch you guys on the next one.